Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Boolin again. I wanted to show you another task that I will be having for you each week. This has to do with social emotional learning. I know that you're at home, maybe getting a little stir crazy. We not only have your main classes, your math, science, English, language arts, and history tasks for you to do, but there's also another option, for you to complete a social emotional learning activity as well. So if I go back to Jupyter and I log in as my student, if you make sure that you're on the fourth quarter, you're on your to-do list, you can see that you see all of your classes. In an earlier pod, I showed you how to complete like your science lessons. I want to address the SEL pods now. The way you complete an SEL pod is the exact same as a science pod or a math pod. They're all the same. This one you're going to see has some different content to it. So if I click on SEL pod, it says it's due Friday. Again, that just means that you have the whole week to work on it. It's not going to close. So let's say you are bored and you want to get ahead. That's fine. It'll be open. Let's say you didn't get a chance last week to do it and you want to do it this week. That's fine. So I'm going to click open. And here I have my directions for the SEL activity. So the first slide is going to give you directions on what to do. So for example, this one says SEL stands for social emotional learning. It's important that we're not only engaging our brains in subjects like math and science, but also other types of learning. This week's SEL lesson is all about executive functioning. The following slides include, and you can see the list of each task. So the first slide is going to be a pre or post test. Next slide, what is executive functioning? Next slide, daily checklist, and the last slide is estimating time tasks. So it says now grab a piece of paper and get ready for your quiz. Don't worry, it won't be graded. Okay, so I'm going to click on the next arrow and I can see here's the pre or post quiz. So I would grab my pen and paper, pencil and paper, whichever, and I would begin to fill out this pre-quiz. Now, chances are you may not know exactly what executive functioning is, but it's a chance for you to learn a little more about it. So you'd complete the pre-quiz, and then you'd go on and you'd see that there's a lot of information about what executive functioning is. You're going to read through that information, and then you have a little activity to complete, staying organized with checklists. And then the last slide is just kind of a chance for you to practice making that application into the real world. So this is not your typical math or science lesson. This is just something for you to, practice organizational skills, practice keeping yourself organized, time management, executive functioning falls under that, just kind of other skills that help you be successful in life. So this would be an SEL lesson, and then I'd click done. Again, I didn't actually answer anything because I'm just showing you, so I'll save this for later. So each week you're going to have some sort of SEL, social emotional learning activity to complete. Now notice that it was under science. I put it under science because I could put it under homeroom, but Miss Hale's class is not in my homeroom and I want them to have access to it as well. So I just put it under science. You'll see it science every Friday. It's technically due every Friday, but it's not really due. It will just be on your calendar. So if I click on my calendar, you'll see it over here on Fridays. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.